Well, Raygan's story started when she was 2 months old. She was diagnosed with alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Your body basically doesn't produce the protein it takes to protect your liver and your lungs, and she was liver affected. And at first, of course, we didn't realize the effects of it. A lot of times people find out later in life that they have this. And by 6 months old, she had cirrhosis. And we started our journey here at Vanderbilt. And they thought that she would have to have her liver transplant by the time she was 1. And she ended up being almost 8 years old before she got it. Like lots of times, like she was on medications and stuff, and it ended up progressing slower than expected, but it did. But for alpha-1, it's technically faster. She got to be 8 and needed the transplant. We had started staying in the hospital more often. She was retaining lots of fluid. She would have to get about 10 pounds taken off at a time, and it was starting to be like every week we were in the hospital, and she would just swell so bad she couldn't sit up. She didn't get to run and play tag in PE like other kids because they're afraid that her spleen would burst and she could bleed to death. And just the quality of life as a child with all that going on. And I could tell that it was definitely getting to be time. They wanted us to stay within an hour from the hospital, so the Ronald McDonald House is where we stayed until we were allowed to go home. I think we stayed here around like 20 days or something like that. It was a while. It was at least like the first month. And she stayed in the hospital for 10 days after her surgery. The highlight of her day at Ronald McDonald House was going down to see Sadie, and she would hang out in the office with the girls and color them pictures and decorate their office, and it was definitely uplifting for her. It's unreal to me that they have places like this for people, and somewhere where you can feel at home. You have everything you need here. Like, you can do your laundry and don't have to worry about food. Like, you can literally focus on the health at the time. It's just amazing. And it was a very comfortable thing. It didn't feel like, because especially after coming out of the hospital, staying at a hospital is probably one of the worst things there is. But, it's just, I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just an overwhelming feeling, and, she loved it as well. I try to put myself in that situation. I had to go through the situation, of course, but if everybody could think about if they were in something like that, so serious with their child or family member, they would want the help too, and to know that there's a comfortable place that can feel like home when you can't be there.